Now, to basically start off, I am going to say a word, and I want each of you to say the first thing that pops into your head. Now, the term that I'm going to say is art. So I want to go from left to right. Kim.
Fancy.
Huh?
Fancy.
Fancy? Jesse.
Decorative.
Video editing.
Okay. They're actually all really unique as to what you guys stated. That's typically not what you hear. Now, to start off, I actually want to clear up a few misconceptions. Typically you hear in regards to art, oh no, it's worthless, you're going to get in debt for the rest of your life, there's better degrees out there. Now, there's a professor here at Youngstown State University, her name is Dragana, and she actually majors in interdisciplinary art. Now, her perspective on it was, the most common misunderstandings are results of lacking in knowledge about the art world today. There were never more opportunities for artists than today, from the number of galleries, museums to exhibit artwork to new emerging job positions. So she obviously thinks, hey, there's no better time to pursue art than now. And what I actually wanted to inform you all about tonight is, what can an art degree be used for here? Now, how could this type of degree be useful to somebody? For one, it's not just like 2-3 degrees out there. There's actually a large variety of degrees. And there's also a very high demand for artists and degrees and designers in many different places, no matter where you go. It's all over the globe. Now, Melissa McCormick, she is also another art professor here at Youngstown State University, and she teaches 3D studies. What she had to say was, basically, she's had so many different job positions, not only at Youngstown State, but also at the University of Wisconsin, Arkansas at Little Rock, also Georgia Southern University, and many other different places Melissa's been employed at. So obviously, it's not like you're stuck at one place for the rest of your life. Now, not only could you pursue 3D studies like Melissa, but there's also theater, studio art, music, and communications. So, obviously, these main categories break down into smaller categories. Theater could be not just acting on stage. You could do work backstage, you could do work with tech and sound. Studio art could be things like graphic design, working with 3D printing, printmaking in general, like screen printing to maybe make t-shirts. Music obviously branches out into so many different ways and forms. I'm pretty sure you know this, Jesse, you're a music major. You have piano, voice, you have woodwind, brass, a whole bunch of different things. And also you have communications, where it could branch out into maybe sports broadcasting, just maybe broadcasting for the news, maybe even going to somewhere like CNN, things like this. George, you know this since you went to major in telecommunications. So now I also wanted to share with you guys a story of Dana Sperry. She does digital media here at YSU, and what she had to say in an interview with me the other day was, my work has been exhibited nationally and internationally, including work recently included at the FILE 2009 Rio Electronic Language International Festival in Rio de Janeiro, the Bridge Art Fairs in Miami Beach and New York by Garden Fresh Gallery, and Salvation's Gallery in Ramonville, Paris, France. So, this girl has traveled all over the globe to feature her work, and honestly, it's very incredible. So another first-hand experience I wanted to share with you guys is another professor here at YSU. Her name is Stephanie Smith. Now, she's not like how I previously mentioned, no 3D studies, no interdisciplinary art. She actually has a forte with art history. And Stephanie had to say, after taking an art history class, I decided that I wanted to pursue the field. I went on to graduate school. After graduating with a bachelor's in art history, I went on to compete for a master's degree and a PhD in art history. So not only did she do what she wanted to do, Dana also did so as well. They followed their passions. Now, if you don't want to do something like they did, you can also go into the business industry. Businesses of all shapes and sizes need artists. They need someone to design their company artwork, maybe to design slogans, and without the art, there's really no recognition or no way for someone to see your brand. So, big companies like YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all social media platforms, some type of artist had to be there to design their logo, some of their most famous slogans and things like that. And also with social media, you can even get a job in social media, marketing and things like that. It keeps on branching on. So businesses not only need forms like these, you also have someone, as I mentioned before, to do their logos. You need to do advertisements, websites, photography. You need someone to act out in the commercials and do the music and things like this. So people who do like commercials, maybe for the Super Bowl and things like this, those are ads that artists of all shapes and sizes, they'll create these things and people will pay millions of dollars just to see their 30-second ad on the Super Bowl. I think it was maybe to have your ad in the Super Bowl this year for like $3 to $5 million. It may be even more now because the Super Bowl is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger the higher the numbers go up. So also, what happens when there's no art to commend, when there's no artists around, there is no brand for you, no recognition of any kind, no one is going to know what your business is or what it stands for, and there's also no money that is going to come in for anybody else. The artist behind it isn't going to make money because they don't have a job. The business itself is not going to make any money because your customers do not know who you are, and why should they specifically pick you out of millions of other companies that could do the exact same job? You need to make your business unique in every different way you could possibly think of, and by doing this, you need to hire some sort of artist that knows exactly what they're doing. And to compete within the art world, you need to develop skills such as trust, work ethic, and connections. You need to build up trust with your clients, obviously, because if your client can't trust you to put something out that they want, they're not going to hire you to do what they want you to do, and you're not going to make any money. Work ethic is another big thing, which is why many people choose to go to college to do some sort of art major, because how are you going to basically put your art out there when no one sees the work that you put in? Which is why so many people come to places like Youngstown State to basically, they want to brush up their work, they want professionals to help lead them and guide them. And also, you can establish connections here. Not just here, but maybe at any other college in the United States or around the world. So, when it comes to connections, your professors can maybe even help you find a lead-in to a job that you want. Someone could maybe hear by word of mouth from a friend to a friend, and honestly, the list goes on. Now, to prepare you for the competition, there are something I like to call in-college opportunities. You have internships, and the YSU Art Department has actually released a statement recently that has said, internships are available to juniors or seniors who earned a minimum of 60 credits and have a cumulative grade point average of 3.0 or higher. Certain area concentrations, such as photography and graphic and interactive design, require students to have successfully completed the junior portfolio prerequisite. So, basically, it's not to where you'll be able to just go out there, get your job, do what you have to do. Every artist needs practice, especially the graphic and interactive design majors. The way for them to do this is to go out into the real world and find companies that are willing to take the work of these students and to actually put that as the base of their company. You can also participate in certain workshops here. Now, recently, in the art department, we had someone named Summer Sycophus come in, and what she had was a performance art workshop, to where she would go around and she would perform something in front of the class, and what it would do is maybe kind of, it's actually very hard to explain. It's something you kind of have to see to experience, but she would maybe do a certain pose or something like that, interact with certain objects in certain ways to spark the creativity behind an artist's mind. And what it would do, you would be able to maybe come up with an idea for a new still life or anything like that, something new to draw, something new to create. It's actually very incredible with what Summer has put together, because it's something you would not expect from the average artist. And also volunteer work. Certain universities will allow you to maybe design something for a certain branch of the university. For example, maybe doing some volunteer work for the Honors College, maybe designing something new, maybe using a poster or a flyer of some sort, designing something, catching the eye of other students, and they will give you volunteer hours, which looks actually really good, especially the artist's resume for you to do. So if you don't really want to go for that route, if you don't want to work for a company, if you don't want to do anything like that, there's a thing called self-employment, which is actually very good for artists. Now, a big company that actually allows self-employment is a website called Etsy. What you can do, you can actually sign up there for free, and you could even commission your artwork for other people that want to buy it. So you can put your artwork up on there, you can offer them at any price you want, just as long as it's reasonable, obviously. And if people tend to like what you do, they'll buy your work, which is actually incredible, especially in this day and age with technology. And if you don't want to go specifically the Etsy route, you could do freelance work. A lot of graphic designers actually, they tend to go this route because they may not want to work for a company for actually many reasons. They may not want to go in every single day of the week. They might not want to work these hours. They might not like the pay that they're getting. So they'll do freelance work. They'll make their website, make it all look nice, great, put up some past work, and maybe they will put up a contact for you, and they'll give you an email, and they will tell you, fill this out, tell us what you want to do, and we can set up some sort of meeting. And then they will get back to you, and from there, you can maybe do some sort of meeting through either in person or through Skype, something like that. And you could narrow down all of the conditions that you want to do. So what you want to design for these people, how long it'll take for you to design it, the cost of labor and materials, and then you can average out the total price. And if it's something the client may not like price-wise, you can always work things out, because again, it is called freelance work for a reason. You work under your terms, but under reasonable terms. And now to actually end things off, I want to tell you of my own experiences. I am actually a graphic design major here at YSU, which is actually something that's completely different. Actually, not completely different, but with the way that I want to go about things is different. I want to, at least before graduation, I want to set up my own business, doing probably to start off freelance work, and which is why I'm also pursuing a business minor here at YSU. So by doing this, I can work my own hours, work for my own pay, travel the world doing what I absolutely love to do. And I want to thank you all for sitting in on my speech.
Not to